Welcome to UNP Learning Platform. In this session of Microsoft Excel, we are going to learn the calculations of basic formulae such as add, subtract, multiply, divide, count, average, sum, which is same as add, min, max, count A, count blank, and rand between. Let us first look at how add function works. Add function adds the given numbers and gives us the answer. Here we have 30, 20 and 19. If we want to get the answer after adding these three numbers, first type is equal to and select the first cell, type plus because we want to add these three numbers, and select the second cell, again type plus and select the third cell. If we click enter, the answer after adding these three numbers is 69. In the same way, let us calculate the subtract function. Subtract function gives us the answer after subtracting these three numbers. First, we should type is equal to for any function calculation. Now, select first cell, minus symbol, second cell, minus symbol, third cell, and hit enter. So the answer after subtracting these three numbers is minus 14. For verification, you can also check by doing manually. Now, let us calculate the multiply function. To calculate multiply function, first type is equal to, select first cell, type or click multiply symbol on the keyboard. Next, select second cell, again the same symbol, third cell. Click enter. The answer after multiplying 30 into 20 into 18 gives you 10,800. Now let us calculate the divide function. First, type is equal to, select the first cell, click on divide symbol, select the second cell, again click on divide symbol, select the third cell. Now hit enter. So the answer after dividing 30, 20 and 24 is 0.0625. This is the quotient that you get after dividing. Now let us move on to the next function, that is count. Here we have three numbers available, 10, 40 and 23. So the count function counts all the numbers, numericals present here. So in order to calculate the count of these three numbers, type is equal to and write count function name. Open the bracket. Here, when we are writing the count function, here we have the parameters that are need to be entered. First, we need to enter the value 1, value 2, followed by all the values we have. So I'll select the range. So I want the count of these three numbers. So close the bracket and hit enter. The answer is 3. That is 10, 40 and 23. Since we have three different numbers, the answer we got is as 3. Now let us calculate the average. Average is nothing but the mean. In order to calculate average, type is equal to and type the function average. Open bracket. And here it is showing us to give the numbers that we wanted to calculate. So we can select the range, close the bracket and hit enter. The average of 10, 40 and 13 is 21. How it calculates is 10 plus 40 plus 13 divided by 3. Since we have three numbers here, it is divided by 3. Now, let's move on to the sum. Sum is same as add function. It just adds the three numbers and gives the answer. So, is equal to, write sum in the bracket and select the range and close the bracket. The sum of 10, 40 and 13 is 63. Let's move on to the next function, that is min. Min full form is minimum. That is, it gives the minimum value of the numbers available here. So we have 10, 40 and 27. The minimum value out of these three numbers is 10. So the answer that we should get is 10. Let's check it. is equal to and write min, open the bracket, and give the range, close the bracket, and hit enter. So, as expected, the answer is 10. That is, the minimum value among these three numbers is 10. The same way, max full form is maximum. It gives the maximum of the given numbers. Type is equal to, write max, open the bracket, select the range, and close the bracket. So the answer that we expect is 40 because among 10, 40, and 21, the maximum value is 40. So let's see whether our assumption is correct or not. Hit enter. Yes. So our assumption and expectation, that is correct, 40. Now let's move on to the next function, count A. I'll tell you what is the difference between count, count A, and count blank. First, let us calculate it. So basically, count A counts the text as well as numbers. It does not count the blank values. Okay. Now let us see. Here we have a blank value, and 19. So as per the description of count A and its performance, we need to get the answer as 2 because it does not count the blank value. So I'll type is equal to count A, open the bracket, and I'll select the range, close the bracket, hit enter. So the answer that we should get is 2 because A and 19 will only be counted. The blank value is not counted. Let us check it. Yes, so our expectation is correct. The answer we got is 2. Count A does not count the blank value. Now let's move on to count blank. So the count blank function only counts the blank values. It does not count the text or numericals. Here we have two blank values and a number. So the answer that we should get is 2. Let us check it. Click is equal to and write count blank, open the bracket, give the range, and close the bracket. As per our expectation, the answer should be 2 because we have two blank values here. Enter. Yes, so our answer is 2 and it's correct. I again repeat the difference between count, count A, and count blank. Count only counts the numbers. It does not count the text or blank spaces. Whereas count A function counts the text and numbers. It does not count the blank spaces. And count blank function only counts the blank spaces. It does not count the text or numbers. Now let's move on to the last function, that is rand between. So basically rand between functions is used to generate a random numbers given a specific range. For example, when we have blank spaces in our data and we want to fill that data with some random numbers, then we can use this rand between function to generate random values. Here I have not given any values because we have to manually enter the range. So it goes like this. First click is equal to and write the name of the function, that is rand between, open the bracket. So here it is asking the bottom comma top. Bottom is the first limit of your range. So I'll give comma, top is the second limit of your range. So I'll close the bracket. Now here I want any random value between the range 10 and 20. I'll hit enter and see what happens. Yeah, it gives 17, which means it is between 10 and 20 and the answer is correct. So in this way all these functions work. I hope it is clear. That's all about today's lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.